Okay, good evening all. Welcome to the August 2nd, 2022 Architectural Review Board meeting. We have a full board here tonight. And the new application is 17 Dune Road LLC, 17 Dune Road, two-story, single-family dwelling, 5 bedrooms, 5 bath, 2 half-bath, on piles with 2-car garage and entry level under. Attached rear deck and pool, sanitary and landscaping per ZBA decision July 21st, 2022. Good evening, sir.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Welcome.
Good. Steve Gaetano here.
Okay, you want to come up? You can tell us about the application?
Sure.
Here, come up all.
Oh, right here?
At that mic.
Okay, I thought I had to go to, should I sit or stand? Or?
Whatever, easier for you.
Whichever comfortable.
Okay, so this is new construction, tear down of the existing house, which is in pretty sad shape. We're retreating from the ocean, moving inside north. The ZBA gave us a side yard variance and a front yard variance to do that. So, you want me to speak about just the exterior finishes and things like that?
Tell us about the exterior.
Sure. So the exterior is, we're using a product on the siding. There's sidings, horizontal siding on the west and east side, and also on the front side. There's a lot of curtain wall on the front side. We're trying to achieve views of the bay and get some light in. That would be an aluminum with a Kynier black finish, clear glass. Everything's impact rated. The siding by New Techwood is a composite. It's a high definition plastic with hardwood chips. I dropped off some material this afternoon for your review that technically explains the product. The siding is also missile impact rated.
Do you have that material here?
I left it with Kerry this afternoon.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
this is the
I thought
product.
you meant the actual material.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, I don't have a sample of it, but the product literature is what I brought.
Asked about the sample.
Okay. So the siding is the main finish on the exterior. There's also ephes, which is picture framed around the top and the sides, narrow sides, and brought down onto legs to grade. Same detail front and back on the west side. Underneath at the ground level is also an ephes, but it'll be textured to look like a concrete masonry unit, and that would be black in color to go with the curtain wall and windows. So the ephes has a very high insulation value. Depending on thickness, we have 3-inch, it's a continuous insulation product. I believe the R value is 19.8 for 3 inches. So that would be a fine sand texture with a white color that they call snowball white. We did a house like that in Quag. I supplied the board with some pictures because our renderings weren't ready yet, so you can get kind of a realistic view of how it would look.
Close to Waterby's Quag?
Yeah, it's right off
It's
the
very
board.
similar, okay.
Yeah, it was actually, it's a funny story. We were in a contract to buy 17 Dune Road in 2019, and we opted to buy 232, and the people who bought it right after us, they bought 232 from us, and we did a partial swap
Oh, really?
for this property. So it's pretty interesting. It just came around full circle. And you can see the similarities in the design between the two.
Yeah, I know, I thought of that. house.
Because this was like a miniature version, which was designed before 232. So we took the concept and we expanded on it.
Just want to clarify something if we could. One of the board members had a question about this rendering. This is not the subject property, correct?
No, that's just an example.
Yeah, because it's not labeled. The address is not labeled, so there was some
Oh,
confusion.
my apologies.
where it shows the tennis court.
It's not enough room for tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my apologies.
Can you on and please label the photographs?
Yes, sir.
You can continue.
So the color on the siding, we picked New Tech Wood's Ipe color. They also make a little lighter color called a teak wood. If you look at the pictures on the material I gave you, this is kind of a representation of
Is this the same material
of the
on this
Ipe.
picture?
That is an Ipe. It's
That's real Ipe? Or-
it's called red blau, but it's
I know
similar
what it is. Okay.
to an Ipe.
Yeah, yeah.
It's from Indonesia.
Yep.
What we're looking for here is something that's really maintenance free.
Yeah.
You know, this is washable. It doesn't stain.
Have you used it yet, or I'm just curious?
No, I researched it heavily
Yeah.
because the last two houses we did it's a brutal environment. And
You can't put a finish on it because you'll be doing it.
you can't put a finish on it. We ended up, that actual house, we ended up over a year and a half time. We had to restain it again.
Yeah.
Is it Ipe, actually? Ipe?
The color is Ipe.
The color is Ipe, is the product?
The
Ipe
product is a
color?
composite, hardwood ground up.
Was Ipe grays after a while?
Well, they color it. It has grain
You're
in
trying to
it.
maintain this color,
Like Ipe.
right?
We're trying to
Yeah.
keep that color.
Yeah.
Right.
Got it.
That's the representation of it. But especially on the east side of that house, with the sun on it all day long, it was brutal.
Yeah.
So we're looking for something that can stand up to it. And, you know, I've talked to their tech people, and this is Miami-Dade certified to be on the beach. It's impact resistant. It doesn't fade. It just, you know. So I think it's a perfect product.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
And it's really, for the most part, it's wood. It's just hardwood that's put into a resin and then has an envelope of polyethylene around it that seals it.
Okay, are there any other questions from the board about the house itself? Yes, no?
Is there a pool?
There's a pool in the back. It's a 12 by 20 pool, elevated.
Is it already there, or are you building that up?
No, everything's gonna be brand new. We're taking all of the decks that are on the dune, we're removing them. There's a big deck platform at the top of the dune. We're taking that off. We're gonna restore the dune. And we're only gonna have access to the beach on the west side, which is the right of way that's there now for the people on the bay side.
It said that was gonna be removed though. And then you-
We're removing the wood walkway
Right.
because it's in total disrepair. Someone's gonna get hurt on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna put the same gravel, the bluestone gravel, that's in the driveway.
All the way down?
All the way down, well, there's a portion that we're gonna have to put some precast concrete for steps to get up into the dune, but we don't wanna go back to the wood structure again.
Yeah.
And once we get to the top of the dune, we're leaving it natural.
Okay, if we could talk about this site, the landscaping plan, if you could just describe that so we can get that into the record.
Sure. So the front and side yards will be planted with junipers, beech junipers, 12 feet high, just to give complete privacy. There'll be a small entry gate with 2 pillars,
Staying with the juniper,
staying with the junipers all the way around.
drawings indicates that 6 feet on center. 4
Yes,
feet high.
correct.
And the proposed plan shows a gate.
Yes.
Okay, I don't see that on the application, so.
Oh, that's not on the application? I had it on the
Auto
drawings.
gate entry. Is this
Wasn't
something here?
advertised?
Proposed auto entry gate
Yeah, it's up further up.
on the east side,
It's here.
yeah.
Okay. But it wasn't advertised, Carrie?
Oh,
No, Brad didn't put it in the description for whatever reason.
That might have been my fault. That, I didn't tell them about the gate.
Is that 20 foot back? I mean.
Yeah, it's 20 feet back.
We
Do
would
you have a
need it.
detail for that gate? What do you think?
It should be on that photo too, but it's a CMU pillar with a low profile light fixture above it. It's
Yeah.
also black. And it's a steel gate frame, black frame,
Okay,
but
just-
that's,
We're gonna need a drawing for that.
sure.
Okay. So just to clarify, it's not part of this application?
And it'll be clad with the same siding, the E-pipe, to reflect what's on the house, but with bigger spaces in between, so it's kind of translucent.
So we'll have to just do a separate thing for the gate that's not on here.
You'll have to come back for that.
Okay,
Submit a drawing,
Okay,
have Brad approve it,
yes,
submit it to us.
okay.
Could only be 2 feet wide, 6 feet tall, and 18-inch fixture, if you're putting a fixture above it.
Yeah, it's probably only 4 inches to fixture. It's a
Okay.
low-profile fixture.
Okay.
It's probably, it might be part of the photographs I gave you, it's the same gate.
Yeah, but it's not part of the application.
I understand.
oh,
So we can't discuss that. Any other questions from the board on the building itself? Sign?
Nope.
don't have any. Okay.
What about, landscaping, pool enclosure? Do you need pool enclosure because you're up raised, right? So,
We're raised up, we're
Just sort of need that.
14 foot above
yes,
grade.
you're good, yep.
But what we did was the bottom of the pool, and where the equipment is for the pool, is all screened off with the same.
Yeah, you're doing the same
material.
cladding.
The same cladding, right.
Any other questions?
Oh, and there'll be a lawn in the front, lawn on the sides, decorative grasses, steel edging for the driveway. Driveway is all, bluestone gravel.
Okay. All right, if we can get a motion to approve this application?
I'll make the motion, subject to the gate, correct?
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Again, to clarify, the gate is not part of the application. We'll be glad to see what you're proposing at another time. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Good luck with the project.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
As far as the gate, do I have to come back to the hearing for that?
You can submit the drawing. If we have questions, we'll get in touch with you.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like almost a 6-hour drive round trip, so I'd appreciate if the board could help me out.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you, have a nice night, thanks,
Yeah.
Terry.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
What do you wanna sign on the first elevation?
The front elevation, if you could do that.
Do you want me to push this thing off?
No.
Get in,
We didn't end up.
We could tell jokes.
Long drive, 10-minute,
This thing working?
Huh?
I know. It has been.
It went off?
I just sat and looked at it, it was standing right here.
Sun State closing, I was at the airport last night, and it was flat. Took me 2 hours to get to JFK.
What'd you do, Mike?
No good
We're
deed goes
switching
unpunished.
positions here.
I have no clue.
Oh, come on.
Say what?
I need some ink. You want me to go to?
Ink,
Who's marking? Wait a minute.
use your water.
I got
That's
some
what we
new,
did last week?
I got 2 new ink pads
Water
for
it
him.
down.
Oh,
I'll look it up and sign it.
Greg has a paper.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you
no.
don't have to pass it,
We'll come over.
it's easier.
What do you want from me?
He's like, I tried, I did the best I could.
Yeah, I even got 2
Give me
new
a
ink
break.
pads.
You want to do it first, then I'll go this way.
They moved up behind us, so they can, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll just walk over.
Everything stands?
Yeah, exactly. Only if it's this way. All right. Well, that didn't hurt a bit, did it? No. I think next time it's gonna be.
Okay, can we get a motion to adjourn?
Oh.
Make the motion.
Second
Okay,
motion.
Aye.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good night, all.
Good night.